Judge Vanderbeek Court is now in session. Judge, this is a case of the Parks.
Thank you. You all may be seated. Okay, Mr. Parks.
Yes, ma'am.
Looks like you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
I just found out my wife just left her corporate job for a cashier job. I don't know why. Maybe it's because like she wants to get out of the payments of what she's doing.
Payments of what?
Child support, ma'am.
Okay.
We have a child together that we had in our marriage, and it's like, and all of a sudden I just found out just recently that she left her corporate job to a couple of dollar paying job. How can you do this to us? How can you
Excuse me, sir. Sir, do not address her. Address me.
Yes, ma'am. I do apologize.
I mean, obviously she can't help your situation.
Yes.
That's why you're here, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so continue.
I don't know. It's just like when I found out, it's just like I was just shocked. I didn't know like how else to express it, but we had a child together.
How old is the child?
This child is like 5 years old, ma'am.
Is she paying anything in child
Yes, ma'am.
support?
She's paying for the medical bills and she's paying for the support as well.
Medical support, you mean?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
is there a reason why you're not paying to support this child?
First of all, I left my corporate paying job, and after our divorce, I know he mentioned I'm his wife. Correction, I'm his ex-wife.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank
Continue.
you. So I left my job, and the reason why I left it, and I did do it intentionally, I felt that it was not right.
Wait a minute. You intentionally left your job?
Yes, ma'am, I did. I had enough money in savings to still provide for my child and still provide medical insurance. So I felt that, you know, the stress of my divorce wasn't inhibiting me from performing my job.
Okay. First of all, that's a different court. We're not here to talk about anything that went on with the divorce. I just need to know about the money that you're making, because obviously the child lives with you. Is that correct,
Yes,
sir?
ma'am.
So you have all this money in saving. Let's talk about it.
Okay.
How much did you make at your last job?
I annually $70,000.
$70,000, okay.
Fasten your seatbelt. This courtroom battle is filled with unexpected turns, strategic plays, and a verdict that changes everything. Imagine this. Mr. Parks walks in, only to be blindsided by a shocking revelation. His ex-wife has swapped her six-figure corporate career for a cashier's apron. He knows her well enough to suspect this isn't just a career detour, it's a calculated move. They share custody of their 5-year-old, but her sudden income drop raises more than a few red flags. He isn't alone in his suspicions, and soon, the courtroom will determine whether this drastic shift is a legitimate life choice or a financial loophole in disguise. And if there's one thing Judge Vanderbeek doesn't tolerate, it's loopholes. The courtroom holds its breath as she takes the stand. With zero hesitation, she admits to leaving her $70,000 a year job. Her reasoning? The stress of divorce. But here's the twist. She didn't step away from the workforce entirely. Instead, she chose a lower-paying job, cutting her earnings in half. She argues that her savings and insurance will still provide for their child, but the logic isn't holding up under scrutiny. Judge Vonda watches closely, piecing together the real story. A move this extreme doesn't scream necessity, it screams strategy, and the court is ready to dig into the truth.
And that's your only job?
It was my only job. Now I work at a convenience store.
Doing
Head clerk.
what? Doing what?
Head clerk.
Head clerk. Okay, how much are you making now?
About $30,000 a year.
$30,000. And are you? What type of education do you have?
I have my master's.
You have a master's degree and you're a head clerk?
Yes, ma'am. Again, the stresses of the divorce inhibited me from doing my job.
Okay, don't say that again. You already said that once and we moved on from that. So, you're now making $30,000 a year and you think that I should base child support on $30,000 instead of the $70,000 that you intentionally stop working at?
Well, that is my annual income now, $30,000.
That's your annual income now. When did you stop working at your corporate job?
A year ago.
A year ago. How long were you there?
I was there for about 8 years.
8 years
Yes,
with
ma'am.
the master's degree at a head clerk position. What's the qualification to work at that job? It's such as, do you
High school
need a
diploma.
degree?
You just need a high school diploma.
High school diploma,
Yes,
and you have a master's degree. I'm not about to play with you. I'm not about to play with you. $70,000 a year. You said you covered a child on health insurance. How much is that?
$300 a month.
$300 a month. Ma'am, I'm going to make you pay child support. You came obviously in this courtroom to
Well,
waste my time.
I have a question. How come I have to get a corporate job? How come he can't get a corporate job?
He can get a job, but the child lives with him, right?
Well, yes, and I think the reason why the child is even with him to begin with is because well, this is a different court. Never mind, like you said.
Okay, thank you. So, moving right along, $70,000 a year, excuse me. I put your...
Vonda wastes no time dissecting the facts. The mother holds a master's degree, has nearly a decade of professional experience, and was making a comfortable salary. Yet, she deliberately took a role that doesn't even require a degree. The numbers don't lie, and while stress is valid, it's not a free pass to manipulate financial responsibilities. When she tries to redirect the conversation toward her personal struggles, Judge Vonda brings it back to the core issue, the child's well-being. Emotional arguments won't override financial facts in this courtroom. As tensions rise, the mother insists she's now earning just $30,000, but Judge Vonda doesn't blink. She delivers a firm reminder. If someone is capable of earning more, the court will factor in that potential income. The mother pushes back, arguing that both parents should have the freedom to choose their careers. But that logic falls flat. This isn't about personal ambition, it's about financial responsibility. With the child primarily living with the father, the stakes are different. The court sees the pattern, and a decision is imminent.
I'm not making $70,000 a month anymore. I'm making $30,000 a year now.
You're making $30,000 a year now, but ma'am, you intentionally work at a job that pays you less. And you think that you're gonna come in this courtroom and get me to order that you pay a less amount when you're capable of making the $70,000 with a master's degree? You made that up.
Ma'am, I don't know. Emotional distress is intentional.
Excuse me. Emotional distress. I need you to go see a doctor. Okay. So your gross is $5,833.33. Based on that $70,000, I'm going to give you a credit for the health insurance. Okay. The $300 that you stated brings your net to $4,497.98. How many children?
One.
One child. Okay. 20%. $899.60 is going to be your monthly child support obligation that you're going to pay each month to this man. You looking confused, and I don't understand why you looking.
I'm not looking confused. You said what you're saying, and I'm okay. I'm taking it all in.
Oh, okay. Congratulations.
Thank
you. Do you have anything further?
No, ma'am.
That's it?
Yes, ma'am.
That's it from you? Okay. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
All right, thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Then comes the final call. Judge Vonda crunches the numbers, not based on the mother's current salary, but on the $70,000 she is capable of earning. She does receive credit for her $300 monthly health insurance contribution, but the final judgment is clear. Her child support obligation is set at $899.60 per month. Her face falls. This wasn't the outcome she expected. She thought she had found a way to sidestep her duty, but Texas law had other plans. The gavel drops, sealing the decision. Intentionally lowering one's income won't erase child support obligations. As the courtroom empties, the reality sinks in. The father stands firm, validated by the ruling, while the mother walks away, burdened by the weight of her miscalculation. This wasn't just a legal decision, it was a lesson in accountability. In Judge Vonda's courtroom, the child's needs always come first, and financial duty isn't optional. Before the story closes, Judge Vonda delivers a final, unmistakable message. Texas law is clear. A parent can't manipulate their income to dodge child support. If the math doesn't add up, the court will calculate payments based on earning potential, not just current wages. In this case, the mother's credentials. Past salary and career experience outweighed her sudden job change. Feelings won't override facts, and today the truth was loud and clear. The bottom line? You can't outsmart responsibility. Child support isn't a suggestion, and a lower paycheck won't erase financial duty. This case wasn't just a ruling, it was a warning. The system sees through the smokescreen, and today it proved that accountability always wins.